What's up, hustlers? So I've been selling these pods for over 4 weeks and the results are amazing. Now, these pods right here, they're Bud 2 Pros and they have blown me away. Not just because these are headphones that sell, but they also are headphones that perform. But not just even that, I love the packaging, everything from it not having any Samsung logos, everything from it coming in a perfectly packaged box, and then of course the price point. So if you don't know, I got these for $16. Now let me break down exactly how I prepared to sell these. Now, if you guys don't know, this was something I did a full-blown unboxing on my YouTube channel, Is It Worth Flipping? Now, Is It Worth Flipping is where I unbox a bunch of electronics. You should definitely go and check that out as I'm excited on my new unboxing and reviewing channel. Now, each unit cost me $16, okay? Now, it cost me $16. I decided that I was going to sell it for a total of $35. The issue I had was the sales were going a little too fast, so we ended up going and boosting it up to 45 and then all the way to 50. Now, each week was a bit different. The units sold actually dropped in the middle of the month, and I'm not really sure why, but I think I have a hint. Now, me getting these for $16 allowed me to have a bunch of flexibility because see, that $16 actually gave me the power to list on places like Poshmark, even eBay, and also on OfferUp/Facebook. So I've been able to use these platforms to push these pods, and you won't believe which platform actually sold these for me the most. Now let's talk about profit margin. What I did, just because I haven't sold these before, is I broke it into 3 product tiers. So the product tiers are going to be low, mid, and high. We're gonna start with a price of $35 initially. Then we'll start going up probably around week 2, $45. And then we'll try week 3 to sell for $50, okay? The reason I chose these price points is because these price points are going to help us have a healthy profit margin. What is a healthy profit margin for any product? No matter if you're selling these or you're selling a pair of adapters, you wanna make sure that you're making enough to acquire this again and extract profit. So I wanna make sure I can rebuy another pair of the product I just sold while also making sure I can take some profit and put it in my pocket. All right, so we have to look at the profit margins. And for the $35, the profit margin is going to be 54%. For the $45, the profit margin is going to be 64%. And then for the $50 profit, the profit margin is going to be 68%. All right, these are all healthy profit margins as we will be able to not only make profit, but still buy another unit to replace the one we just sold. Now, I'll get the cat out the bag. The most profitable platform we've sold these on was eBay. With eBay, our results were broken down week by week. So we have week 1, we have week 2, week 3, and week 4. Now, I'm gonna break down exactly what we did on these weeks to get the amount that we did. Now, before we get into how much money we made per week, let's talk about listing. And I'm going to have a more in-depth video coming about how to list pods just like this coming up this week, so make sure you guys subscribe. But listings in general, no matter if it's on Poshmark, we're talking Walmart, Seller Central, TikTok, wherever, you need to make sure that you are hitting 4 categories, okay? So we're going to actually break this down and we're going to talk about just the basics that you need to make sure that you're hitting when listing products such as this, okay? So these categories are going to be first, title, photo, description, and then price, okay? Now, I will definitely say this is the order of severity that you want to make sure that you're paying attention to. Now, when it comes to the title, you want to make sure the title does not have any brand name, okay? Make sure the brand name is not in the title. So brand name, not in title, or it's not going to be in your description. No brand. Okay, we usually will say something like wireless pods. We don't say earbuds. We don't say AirPods. We can, in fact, say wireless pods. You can even actually say wireless buds, because wireless buds does not make any red flags appear. But you don't want to say Samsung or like Samsung. We don't want to do those in the title. Also, if you are planning on, because I know some of my students are doing Google ads, you want to make sure you're putting $20 buds or whatever amount you're selling it for, $35 buds, but not $35 Samsung buds. That is going to just create a problem and an issue. Now, when it comes to photos, now this is where I think it's important for us to have examples. Now, what we did was we had this box right here, and we seamlessly just put the pods up just like this on the box, right? We also had one where the box was just standing up. We also had one where we had it where you could see what the box comes with, plus the front of the box, and then of course the pods. It wasn't as complex as the AirPods usually are, because again, we are not imitating anything, especially not with these buds. They do look similar to Samsung, but again, as long as you follow these principles of show product, show box, show no label, right? That it has no label on it. And then also show inside, okay? Show the inside, okay? Now, the description is very simple. You wanna make sure you're saying fast shipping, okay? You also wanna make sure that you're answering the question automatically if these are Samsung, by not saying Samsung, but instead saying something like generic buds or wireless buds, waterproof, noise cancellation, things like that, okay? Now, when it comes to price, what we've seen is starting out at $35 is good. Going all the way up to $55 is going to actually get you great results. But again, you want to first start with a low ticket price. A lot of people end up overpricing their product without reviews, which again, the law with pricing is reviews equal higher price. Higher price does not equal reviews. So you have to understand the difference, because if you miss these 4 steps or these 4 sections, you're not going to get sales. You're going to be commenting on my videos asking me, hey, Brandon, I'm listing this product and I'm not getting sales. Well, you're missing out on one of these categories and doing it correctly. And one more thing that I do want to talk about when it comes to price is I want to talk about the fact that free shipping is a no. We do not want to do any free shipping. We are going to make the people buying the product pay for the shipping, as we want to save and also make as much profit as possible. Plus, this is a normal expectation with shipping skyrocketing within a few last years. So again, these are the basics. Now let's get into the money. Let's break down how much we made within the 4-week period. So week 1, we were expecting to make or sell around 30 units. Now, this is something we are used to when it comes to AirPods, but we really under exceeded when it came to this. We only sold 15 pairs of headphones. Now, selling 15 pair of headphones made us a total of $525. We ended up selling them for around $35 each. So our first week, we were at $525 for the headphones. Now, week 2, was a little bit better, but not something we are used to, as we only sold 23 units and we only made $920. Now, $920 was made, but we did boost our price up to $40 per unit. Now, we thought we only sold 15 week one. We need to maximize as much as we can. So if you are ever experiencing slow sales, what I would say is don't bring your price down. Sometimes you need to bring your price up, because the more your product seems valuable, the more the value prop is actually in the customer's face. They may, instead of being indecisive, choose your product over the cheap product. Cheap products don't always win. So this actually proved to work, as we went from 15 units to 23. Then week 3, we ended up doing okay, but we regressed a little, and I think I know why, right? We ended up trying to go and lower our price to $37, and we ended up only selling 18 units. We sold 18 units and we made $666 and some change. So we're rounded to 666. Now, this was interesting, but I would assume it's because, again, we took our price down. So by this time, we think we know the sweet spot. So week 4, what we ended up doing was we said we're going to try and hike the price all the way up. Guys, I can't make this up. $55 is what we actually listed it for. We ended up making $1,100 and also sold 20 units. Now, this was very close to week 2. And what we've realized from this is that just because these pods seem to look like Samsung, it seems to work when you have a higher profit margin or a higher price, rather than trying to just make it seem like they're budget-friendly headphones. You know, it turned out that us making it seem like they're budget-friendly headphones actually made us lose money. This was a really big learning lesson for us. Now, when it came to all of this and us making $1,100 on week 4, we were very happy, proud, and I'm not gonna lie, I can't complain about the results. Now, do they sell like pods? Not yet, but this is something we just actually started selling consistently. So our total that we were able to make in a month selling these pods was going to be $3,211 straight from these pods. And that is not a bad price. That's not a bad profit. But again, you have to factor in that we are just getting started, especially with these. And if you guys want to check these out, definitely check the link below. There are pods available on wesply.com. We have more than just this. We have a wide variety, but also, speaking of pods, if you guys want a free pair of these Pod 2 Pros, make sure you guys subscribe, comment below anything that you've learned in this video or anything that you liked from this video, and we will enter you into a raffle that we will be doing this week on Thursday. So make sure you guys go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, we will check. And then on my live video on Thursday, I will be doing a raffle to give away 1 pair of these headphones so you can test them out. We want to give products back to subscribers that support us just like you. And I hope that you guys comment, and I hope to see you guys on the live stream 7 p.m. on Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, make money work for you, don't work for the money. Peace.